They were 2 hits short. It's that simple. Andre Russell, had he been given 2 more balls, you'd think would have done the unthinkable, not for the first time this season. Thankfully, Bangalore's 213 was enough. But at some point, even when it was 23 or 4 balls, you thought that Andre Russell would do it. Nitish Rana's 85 is such a wonderful innings, and yet you would think Andre Russell wanted to farm the strike and tell Nitish Rana stay off it. His incredible 25 balls, 65, and Rana's unbeaten 85 makes us forget that Virat Kohli's played a blinder himself, 100 of 58. Moeen Ali, 66 of 28. The Eden Gardens crowd had their money's worth, 416 runs scored in the day. In the end, you think sanity prevails, and the team that's got 213 has actually won this game. So well done to RCB and Virat Kohli. And there are problems for Dinesh Karthik. He finds his team at the wrong end of the points table with 6 run of fixtures coming up on ESPN Cricinfo Matchday T20. Deep Das Gupta, Sean Tate. We did think, Teddy, for a significant amount of that, as improbable as it was, 17, 18, 19, the required rate, that Russell and with the support of Nitish Rana were going to do it. What eventually is the first takeaway as we look back at this result now? Why have Kolkata not got over the line in spite of this tremendous prowess they possessed towards the end?
Well, to be honest, I think it was a pretty good effort to get that close, for one. I mean, you can sort of scrape back through their innings and have a look at, through the middle there, they went pretty slow for a bit. And, let the run rate climb way too high. And if you just think about it, if you've got a guy like Andre Russell in your side, you never know how close you can get to a big total like this. So the guys that are batting through the middle order have to be a bit more aware of that.
And the point that Sean Tate makes is, firstly, a change in the batting order. Deep, and we saw Shubman Gill bat in the top 3, but of all the days, was today the day with over 200 to get?
No, I'm still going to back him to bat. Right. I mean, end of the day, if you're thinking of him being one of the fulcrums of this team going forward, it doesn't matter it's a 200 game or it's a 120 game. I mean, if he has to do it, he has to do it. So I'm not going to worry about that. Okay. It was a good day as any other.
Dinesh Karthik says it was hard early on. Because you look at the slow, sluggish start KKR had. They were at the end of the 10th over, they were just, at the end of the 9th over, they were 46 for 3. They've left so much to do. 180 odd runs to get from the last 11 overs.
See, the thing, how I see it is, they were 33 for 3. They were in trouble. They needed rebuilding there. I understand that. But 20 balls 9 from Robin Uthappa, you expect better. I mean, 20 ball 20, even if it's a tough surface, or maybe getting out, trying to hit or something like that. Yeah. Maybe that's not a great idea because it's 33 for 3, but at least if you've played 20 odd deliveries, you expect run a ball.
Yeah, he's faced the 9th over from Marcus Stoinis, which has gone for 2 runs. There's an over that Nitish Rana has also faced from Mohammad Sirajullah that's gone for 2 runs. Two runs are such... It's bizarre on a day like this where 400 plus runs have been scored, but at least Rana's made up for it. Was there a lack of intent as well on Uthappa's part?
There was some balls that were, even off the spinner, there was slow turn deliveries that were landing sort of up around his hip, and they were dot balls. If you can't score off a ball like that that's spinning onto your hip, then you're bang out of form. And
there has to be something amiss with the calculations for KKR that they know Andre Russell's capable of this, 16, 17 and over, and Nitish Rana has played an excellent role, and yet they're falling short.
I mean, this almost like the last game that they lost. Last game, Lynn had a great knock.
Yeah.
Again, Russell had a great knock, but they ended up with 170, 180. So it's not going to happen. And in the mid-show, we mentioned the fact that it cannot be Andre Russell alone chasing down 213. It cannot be Andre Russell and someone else. It has to be at least 3 to 4 people putting their hands up and contributing.
Yeah, continuing this conversation on Nitish Rana and Andre Russell's exploits that were not enough, let's speak of the value of the innings themselves. And we've not said anything about Andre Russell that we're not going to say today. But speaking of Nitish Rana, you almost feel for him a little bit.
Yes, you do.
He's striking at 170 and you still think there's pressure on him because he can't hit every ball for 4 and 6 the way Russell is.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a very, very good knock from Nitish Rana. Yeah. I mean, striking at 176 against quality bowling.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very good knock. It's unfortunate that and striking at 184 by the way.
Yeah.
Not 176.
He got a 6 to the last ball that helps.
Yeah. So. My point is, you do feel for it, but end of the day, there's too much to do in the last 6 odd overs. Was way too much in the end for Nitish Rana and Andre Russell.
Are bowlers still not getting what they need to do to Russell, or is he just batting on a different level where you can't blame bowling?
Everything they miss, he's hitting for 6. But I look at it there, and and I think sometimes you get too funky. You go, right, we're going to bowl a leg spinner to Russell rather than a Moeen Ali. Moeen Ali can fire them in, fire Yorkers in. And I look at it, and sometimes you think about it too much. Even Pollard, I know there's this thing about them not playing leg spin that well, but they still hit it. If it's pitched up, they still hit it for 6, no matter what bowler's bowling. So sometimes, leave the leg spinner, get your paces on, or get Moeen Ali on earlier. That's. I mean, they won the game, so it doesn't matter. But still, I just think.
What about the choice for Moeen Ali as the last over? He's not bowled an overall game.
Brave. It was a brave call that, but I think obviously Rana was on strike, so it's not a bad. You have a first.
Yeah, but you would still assume that at some point there's a good chance Russell will get on strike.
Yeah, I mean, but what do you do? I mean, he was hitting Stoinis, he was hitting Stain.
Yeah.
It was either between Chahal, Ali, or Pawan Negi.
Yeah, I mean, was
it's a good option. If
it
you're
was a
talk
good
about
option.
those guys.
Yeah,
Even though he's not bowled all game.
He's not.
I still
but
don't mind that.
Yeah, Moeen Ali. Nitish Rana on strike. You say, okay, he'll get a boundary or whatever. Maybe a dot ball here and there, left armour. But going back to what Sean was talking about and bowling, I just took some of the stats out.
Yes.
From the last 6 deliveries that Andre Russell played. If you see most of the deliveries,
Even I want to watch this.
Yeah.
Come, Sean, let's all watch this. Yeah.
So on the stumps,
Yeah.
when the economy was 28, only 5 deliveries were bowled. Predominantly, they were bowling to Andre Russell outside off stump. 7 balls, economy of 16. Wide outside off stump, economy of 42.
So this wide outside off is being tried again, and you don't like the idea.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been going on about this for
absolutely. I mean, he mentioned this. We were doing this demo thing this morning about Andre Russell and things like that, and that's what he said as well. I mean, and we were watching. You could see that he's standing on the off stump. He's waiting for the outside off stump ball. I mean, as a bowler, I know your captain has told you something. Your coach has come in between and told you to bowl outside off stump to Andre Russell. But as a bowler, you see the batsman and you say, listen, you know what? He's standing on the off stump or outside off stump and he's actually waiting for it. Then you as a bowler take the call. You don't have to only execute. And that's what I keep, harping on.
Again, there was wides in there as well.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to bowl at soft stump, there's every chance you're going to get a bowler wide and have to bowl it again. And that happened again tonight. So I just think it's very important to mix up your lengths rather than you're bowling outside off stump to a guy like that. It's money for jam.
I like what you say that because the 19th over has been bowled by Marcus Stoinis.
The first
and even though it's gone for 19, I'm going to call it a good over because the required rate at that time was 21.5. So he's gone 2 less than the required rate.
And you know what the least economy rate was? Balls bowled on the legs.
On his legs.
On his legs. So 3 balls bowled on his legs, which went for.
So what Marcus Stoinis has done there for you is sort of keep Andre Russell guessing?
Well, I said when you walked in the room before and he bowled the first 2, I said I think Stoinis got the right idea here. He's firing it into his legs, which is so tough to hit. He's waiting for the ball in his arc. So he had it right, and then the bouncer, he wasn't expecting that bouncer. So that was great, unpredictable bowling.
But this firing into his legs, it sounds like a bad idea, right? You bowl into your legs and Hardik Pandya picks you up. But is it for Andre Russell? He's not expecting it.
What we're not realising is players aren't getting it right.
Right.
Yorkers aren't working. That's because you're not hitting the Yorker.
Yeah.
If you hit the Yorker on the shoe, it's very tough to hit. Even Pandya, if you hit him base of the stumps because he stands so far back, base of the stumps, it's going to be tough for him to hit. So. And then Stoinis with the bouncer, he obviously tried the bouncer, he got a bit greedy, went for the bouncer.
The second one.
For 6.
But it was a good first bouncer.
Yeah, it was good because he ducked it, he wasn't waiting for it.
Yeah, what's he doing ducking there? I don't mean to criticize Andre Russell at all.
No, but I mean, this is a theory I have which all of you are welcome to disagree with. Is anyone who's not playing red ball cricket is not comfortable against the short ball. Because when you play red ball cricket, you get used to practicing the short ball, you're used to playing short ball in red ball cricket. But if you're not, if you're only playing white ball cricket, your first tendency is come onto the front foot and let's just deal with everything of the front foot. So a bouncer, for me, anyone who's only playing red ball or only playing white ball cricket or a short pitch, a quick one, for example, someone like Dale Steyn.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a 140 plus bowler. Even now, he bowls consistently over 140. Anything chest height 140, come on, it's not easy.
Yeah. Now, Andre Russell hit the next short pitch ball for 6, flat through mid wicket. But the point Deep's making is that first bounce has taken him by surprise. And we've seen Kieron Pollard duck in the last over or somewhere thereabouts in one of the games. Seen Russell today. Do you agree with that theory? Sometimes the players aren't playing
We spoke about on this show the last couple of weeks about bowling through there to Pollard and these guys that do like it there. They are waiting for it. I mean, Russell hits it pretty well, the short ball though. That's the only problem with him. But yeah, I mean, again, unpredictable. So he wasn't expecting the short ball, got away with it. Probably then should have gone back to his Yorkers and the pads. But once you get hit for 6, the pressure comes on. And then poor old Stoyne missed his length after that. He got hit for 3 sixes in that open yet. So.
Yeah. All right. Hard luck. But they're on the winning side, so they can celebrate RCB. But they cannot take any credit away from their batsmen themselves. They've managed to do the job first up after losing the toss at the Eden Gardens. And let's talk about Virat Kohli and Moeen Ali, who were just outstanding. It was a different sort of innings because it took its time in the first few overs, but then the launch came earlier and it propelled them to the score that they did. We'll also break down the innings as it went phase-wise. But I think we can speak of both innings with equal importance because again, Moeen Ali, like the last game, Teddy, where he outshadowed AB de Villiers and outstruck him, he was doing the same for Virat Kohli.
Yeah, we talked about him a lot pre-game. He's a world-class all-rounder. Would have been nice to see him bowl a few more overs tonight, but anyway, he did his job at the end.
He's hitting it well.
I mean, his batting, he's hitting the ball so well, and he's up there. When you're watching, like you said, you're right. When he's batting with AB and Virat, he doesn't. He's not standing out to be the lesser of the players. So he's matching those guys at the moment.
I mean, 66 of 28 is a strike rate of 235. It seemed like there was a role that Virat Kohli put on himself, that let Moeen have a crack.
Yeah.
I'll take over a little later.
See, I think it'll be very unfair to look at Kohli or Moeen's innings exclusively.
Okay, nice.
I think you have to look at them as a partnership because that's what the plan was, it seems, to play as a pair where Virat will bat till the end and Moeen will go after the bowlers. So in isolation, it'll be unfair to look at either Moeen, even though it looks really, really good, or for that matter, Kohli's 100, because Kohli's 100 wouldn't have been possible if Moeen hadn't played that knock. And it wouldn't have been possible for Moeen if Kohli had got out early.
Yeah.
So I think you've got to look at it as
the impact
a
of the
partnership.
Quick word by both of you on where Kolkata went wrong with the ball. Maybe Deep, you can talk about the spin and Kuldeep Yadav, who kept getting hit by Moeen Ali and eventually got his wicket of the last ball of the spell.
It's basically the mindset. I thought, the Moeen Ali over that Moeen Ali took him for 20-24 or something of that Kuldeep Yadav. The areas that he was bowling was very negative. The lines that he was bowling, that was very negative. That's my point has been throughout as far as
he was tried a little
spinners.
later. We spoke of it pre-show. 16th, 17th over, I think, is when Kuldeep Yadav finished.
Yes, but this over I'm talking about, it's not about that the batsman's coming after you.
Yeah.
So he came into bowl when Moeen was in that kind of a mode. So my point is, we've always seen Kuldeep Yadav as a wicket-taking option. But when he starts bowling outside off stump, wide outside off stump, you just take away so many options of getting the batsman out. So only thing you're looking at is a miss hit, right? And nowadays, if you look at the whole this season, even miss hits have gone for sixes, right? So you're taking out leg before, you're taking out bold, you're taking out all those options. And again, going back to as a batsman, when you're growing up, you're instinctively, the first thing you try and do is protect your stumps. That is what you're taught growing up, protect your stumps.
Okay. Analysis of Kolkata's bowling from you, Teddy?
Again, if a guy's going for near on 60, it's going to be tough work from there. But I think, it just shows that last, 16 to 20 overs, going to 18 and over. That's it there. The rest of it wasn't that bad, really, when you think about it.
So did they just lose their nerve in those?
I think so. I don't think, again, we've seen a lot of it actually this tournament. Guys not exactly knowing where they're bowling the ball and not executing their plans.
What happens to someone like Harry Gurney? 4 overs for 42. He's got a reputation of bowling at the death. Everyone can go at sometimes, but they come to the IPL sometimes and just get shaken.
Yeah, it's fair to say that he hasn't shown everyone in the IPL what he's capable of. The other thing is, this is a tough tournament to bowl to death. There's no doubt about that. It's the players that play here, the wickets you play on. Some of the grounds that you play on, but it is a tough gig.
Would you call it the toughest tournament in the world to bowl at the death?
Yes.
Yeah, look at the fact that there are 14 games.
Yeah.
So, the team management is impatient, the fans are impatient, you get hit in one game and then suddenly people are talking irrespective of how well you've performed in the previous games. Yeah, and like I said, it's just a 14-match tournament, so everyone wants, quick answers.
Right, as it turns out, Bangalore have some points. They'll be very grateful for that. They've picked up a couple of points on the road, which is even better. And they've probably inflicted some sweet revenge after Andre Russell did what he did to them at the Chinnaswamy. Points table looks like this. Kolkata are still finding themselves just above the Royal Challengers Bangalore, who are now level on points with the Rajasthan Royals in action against Mumbai tomorrow. And otherwise, Kolkata now in fear of losing pace with the rest, with Hyderabad on 8 points, but with a game in hand. Who's won our Fab 4 contest? Let's have a quick look.
Oh, let's
I have a
look
feeling
at
Shantae's done well today.
Oh, yeah.
Two players.
He
have
might
won.
have actually hit the jackpot today. Look at
Yeah.
that.
277.
Thank you, Virat.
Well done, Virat and Moeen
Moeen
Ali.
Ali.
Getting you the needful. And what about Deepdas
Deep.
Gupta?
Oh, no.
182. Andre Russell nearly took you. Nothing from Chahal and nothing much from Shubman Gill either.
It's never certain though, is it? I picked Kuldeep Yadav. Like and Lini. Lini got one, and Yadav, and obviously Kuldeep had a shocker of a game. So there's never.
Kuldeep was resulting in you getting more points.
Again,
by
I'm
bowling
still not
Moeen Ali
satisfied with my
and getting whacked. Yeah.
my performance.
Very well. Shantae, Deepdas Gupta, always a pleasure. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Get their thoughts as this tournament goes on. Story from tonight at the Eden Gardens is Andre Russell has not done it this time for KKR. And RCB have managed to just hold their nerve. At the skin of their teeth, they won this one by 10 runs.